Hi everyone, and welcome to Personal Pause vlog number 3. Happy Friday to everyone. In this personal pause, I will be talking about dealing with stress. This week I've had to deal with stress twice. And so I just wanted to share the ways I dealt with stress this week. We have started homeschooling, and that hasn't really stressed me out. It's just getting into the flow of the school year. So that hasn't stressed me out. My marriage is fine, so that hasn't been stressing me out. I think really what's been stressing me out is just I've been putting too much on my plate mentally and also physically. I have not worked out. It's been over a month since I've worked out, and my body is just like, we need to get back in the gym. We need to work out. And so I think just the lack of working out um, has just really taken a toll on me. I'm tight in my legs and my arms, and it's been weighing on my mind mentally. And so I think it just eventually just all turned into stress. So anyway, I'm going to get to the point of this video. Um, the the one time this week that I dealt with how I dealt with stress this week was I vocalized it. I told my husband that I was stressed. And well, before I did that, I acknowledged I was stressed. And I think that's very important when you are stressed to acknowledge you're stressed. For me, a lot of times is I'll just keep going and going and going like I'm the Energizer Bunny, and then I'll let the stress build up, and then I'm in extreme pain and I can't function right, and then I just kind of explode. Um, and that's not good. And so I've been doing better with not letting it get to that point. Um, but had to I had to acknowledge I was stressed. And me and my husband, we were talking, and in the midst of the conversation, I came out and told him, I was like, babe, I'm stressed. And he was like, thank you for telling me. He's always encouraged me to tell him how I'm feeling and to deal with how I'm feeling, you know, when I can, and not let how I'm feeling just die down. Deal with it, try to come up with a solution, and make try to make the situation better. And so this time I did that with the stress. I didn't just push it down and say, oh, I'm too busy. I dealt with the stress. I said, I'm stressed. I acknowledged it within myself that I was stressed. And then I vocalized it to my husband that I was stressed. And that was very helpful, um, to vocalize it. The next way I dealt with stress was there was another day this week where I was starting to feel tight in my shoulders and um, feeling the burning sensation. And before I let it get too far, I just said I need a moment to myself, and I cried. And it wasn't a boo-hoo like sob fest. I just let a couple of tears come out, and it relieved stress from my body. And sometimes I think we can underestimate the power of crying. Um, Sometimes it can be considered, sometimes people think it's considered weakness, but actually it's not. Crying can be so powerful and such a strength to ourselves. And also, crying is a natural way to relieve stress. And when I just let those couple of tears out, and again, I acknowledged I was stressed, the stress just start to go away. I felt the tightness in my shoulders start to the tightness start to release. The burning started to go away. And as I was dealing with all of that, I said, wow, I made time for myself this week by dealing with stress. And that was my personal pause moment, was I dealt with stress. And I know I'm not a superwoman. I know I'm not a machine. I know there are moments where it's just like I've had enough, and I need to acknowledge that. I need to acknowledge when I'm stressed. And so that is my personal pause time, and I just encourage you guys to take time out in this upcoming week to make time for yourself. If it's stress, deal with it. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.